December daily, day 4. That looks pretty good. Just get you up on my feed here so I can answer any questions that you might have. Okay, so, or that looks really crooked on screen. I think that's better. There we go. All right. So today is day 4, or I'm sorry, did I say day 4? I meant December daily, day 3. Anyway, the title is right. I am wrong. This is the part where I start to get a little bit screwed up because I usually do these lives 2 days after the things have taken place. So I have to, I should be relying on my numbers here. But anyway, so I have 2 pictures from going out to eat on Friday night with a couple of girlfriends. And I've decided that I didn't take these photos, actually. I should make sure I say that. These are actually pulled from the restaurant's website because they had photos of some of the food, and they had photos of something we shared and then my entree as well. So I'll be able to talk about that and use the photos. They're awesome photos. I flat out forgot to take photos, and I was kind of mad at myself because I really wanted to be able to take a picture of the 3 of us together because there were 3 of us. Totally forgot. So sometimes you make things happen even if you haven't taken the photo or, that kind of thing. I could have just written about the memory as well, too. I could have done that. I chose to go to the website first, and it worked out. Say, hey, hi, Susan. Glad you could join me today. So that's what we're dealing with today. I should show you before I forget that I have started to fill in things on my December calendar. So things that happened that day. So exciting that I'm starting to be able to do that. And it's, the calendar's starting to fill up. That's always exciting. Usually by the end, I have blank spaces, obviously, because I don't do something every day, or that's not something that's a huge memory every day. So I go back and I decorate this afterwards. So that's where that's all sitting right now. So because this is a 6x8 book and I have 2 4x4 photos, there is a space here that's 2 1/4, I think, by 8, if I remember correctly. And I'll grab my ruler here to kind of give you, it's really just over 2 inches. So 2 by 8. That's it. So I'm going to need something to fill that out. I think what I want to do is put my photographs back to each other here in the pockets on each side. Now, part of the reason that I'm going to fill up both of these with this one day is the next day was Saturday, so yesterday. And we did something really fun, but it involved in being in lots of different places and that kind of stuff. And so I know I'm going to have more photos than just 2 4x4s. I don't even remember if I took any 4x4s. I'll see when I go get to that piece of it where I'm uploading and that kind of thing. So then what I want to do here is I have to think about what I want to go into this, the top on here and the side here, and how I want that to look. Now, sometimes I'll do pattern paper here and I'll use a label. I'm thinking because I'm going to have these 2 big spaces here that I should journal with one of them. And I did grab this card. I had a quick look through my 3x4 cards here before I came on. And this one says, "'Tis the season to get together." I think that would be cool. And I can journal on the back here, use this more for decoration. But now the question is, what am I going to use in the meantime if I'm going to journal on this? Now, I did pull my 6x8 and 6x6 papers. Let me grab the ones for this year. I do have this heart, and I like that quite a bit. So that could be a cute paper to use. And then maybe it's time to use the multi-stripe somewhere as well. And that could help pull things together. So just kind of thinking, I'm just going to bring this over here to see how I think this looks. I do like that on there, but this feels really white and unbalanced to me. So let me see if I like it better this way. And I do. And then I think what I can do here then also is I can add like a lot of die cuts on this part of it. So let's do that. So I know right away I need these to be 2 by 8. This is going to have to come off here a little bit. So since this is 6 inches, I know if I cut to 4 inches, I'll have a 2-inch strip, and then also 2 inches on my trimmer, right? So theoretically, this should all match. And notice I said theoretically, because it's not quite, but I think that's close enough. I could also try this to see if these two match a little bit better. I don't think it makes any difference. So, hey, Harmony. Glad, have some lunch. Goodness. It's good to see you, though. Well, you know, over the internet when I can really just see what you're typing to me. But that's thing to my boyfriend yesterday, because I did, live yesterday before we got together. And I said something about seeing, or talking to as, I was working, and, he kind of looked at me. I'm like, yeah, I realize that, we're typing, but they're my friends. So we did not know each other at the beginning of the pandemic. So, who knows? Anyway, you didn't understand how important that was. Oh, and I need to trim a little bit off this bottom. That is one thing I love about this Caterpillar trimmer, is that you can trim really thin pieces, and it works really well. So let's see, is that enough? Yeah, that's pretty good. I just don't want the page buckling, and it's still buckling a little bit. I'm going to do it again. Just another tiny little sliver. It's like these pockets are not quite what that is. All right, so that's good. I'm keeping this here because that helps me kind of look at what the pages are going to look like together. We know this is going on the back side, and then I need 2 4x4s, and this is 8.5 inch paper. So let's cut to 4.5. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is cut 4 inches wide first. That makes more sense. And then cut 4x4s. And then what I want to do here is be mindful of which way the stripes are facing. So in this case, the stripes are going in. And then let's see. Yeah, they can't both go in. Or can they? Yes, they can. And then the stripes go towards the center here. So that it's always leading, the design is always leading my eye inward towards the center of the page. Oh, Harmony says she's eating turkey and she has cats watching her. Mine have a bad habit of that too, even though they don't ever get people food. I ask them that all the time. Why are you looking at me like that? Because you don't even know what this tastes like. So, yes, I talk to my cats like they're people. Okay. Oops. Thought I had this down. All right. So then let's do this. See, I like doing that, being lazy and just trimming. Now, this didn't trim up very well on this one side, so I'm going to come back to my trimmer here and get that trimmed up. Okay. So then I have, let's make sure I have these proper. Yes, now they are. So I'm going to put this on here so I don't forget, which is the back side. It'll just make my life a lot easier. And I did, even though I said yesterday I was going to wait, because if I journal, it's bumpy if I have stuff on it. I just put this on. Sometimes it's easier for me to just do it this way so that I don't forget what I'm trying to do. You can see I did journal yesterday's too. So I'm really liking, there we go, the way this is looking. I like that I'm pulling in all the colors, even though this is different. I did play with the idea of doing a shaker pocket here today because I certainly had time, but then I decided to wait because this is so early in the book. I want that to be a little surprise a little bit later on, I think. And I sometimes do shaker pockets with these. I sometimes do it with the 3x4s. I've done it with this. It just kind of all depends on what I'm thinking about. Okay, so I did grab this Christmas cookie stickers from last year because it has a piece on it that says, and I hate it when sorry guys. It says, Good Eats, Our Tradition, and This Was So Good. So all of those would work with this eating out thing. And then I'm going to put that up there so we can both see it, meaning you guys and me. But then I can also kind of play. And I do have to remember, I have a, I could also do my number down here. That could be kind of interesting. Let's see. Just looking to see if there's anything that I can use as a large grounding element here. I don't think I want to do that. This would bring some pink in. I was thinking more like a large label or something like that. Merry and bright, fa la 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 la. Cute Harmony. Harmony said she says none for cats and they don't believe her. No, they don't, do they? Okay, so not quite what I was thinking. I'm just going to take these apart. So the best part of the season would work because that's like being with friends. The nice part about this is the edge of these dishes really was blue. So that's kind of cool. So not finding what I was thinking I would want here. And I don't know that I want a label per se, because if I do that, then I end up journaling on that and I have that journal all over. But I guess I could still do it now that I think about it. I could do a smaller label. Oh, you guys, I just went past my snowflakes and you know my thing for snowflakes. But it snowed here this morning. Not a ton, but a little. So I'm like, oh yay, I can use my snowflakes already because goodness knows I have them. I do have some tags here. Maybe I should look at that and see if I have anything there. Oh, and I also do have more. Wasn't even thinking about this. I have these pieces as well too. These chipboard pieces. So that tag would work, but I think the tag is too small. I do have these labels too. I have to remember that. But let's see if I can grab anything from here that I like. I do like this A Very Merry Christmas. So I could do something there. And this is an old Pebbles collection from a couple of years ago, I think. So I'm hoping, there we go. Can see a little bit. This little Be Merry is kind of cute, but it's mostly, that works kind of nicely with the pink. And then here again is a little black, but I have to keep in mind what's going on over there. And you know, let's use that pink tag there. I think it's a little bit, I don't know, there's something interesting about it that's a little different. I'm probably going to need to trim it because I don't really think I want it to go the entire width of this. Probably something close, but not the entire width. So let's just trim a little bit on both ends. And then it kind of looks like it's coming out of one side. Yeah, I like that. And now I just forgot, you know, I have all this stuff to label and that not label, to layer. Maybe. So there's that, our tradition. I certainly have plenty of blue stars and that kind of stuff. And this was so good because it could always go on the back too. So this label set, label stickers, is from this year. So they are definitely available. I'm just trying to decide, do I want to go with something big like that? Or do we want to do a rounded element? And the rounded element might be kind of nice. Okay, liking that idea. I'm just gonna pop this down here. Okay, so our tradition can go here. Now, I don't generally ink my things in my December daily, but if you're prone to doing that, this probably would be a great place to do it because it would help bring these things together. And I'll put, there's something going on with that tag. I don't quite know what it is, but I'll put some string through this too. I don't know what I did there, but anyway. Okay, so we'll do that to make it look more tag-like. And then I do have this little circle here. So good art eats our tradition is not that far off from things we do. And then I'm thinking I have this crooked. No, I'm thinking it's going to stay because it feels like it's going to rip the paper. Oh goodness. Am I making anybody nervous yet? Because I just made myself a little nervous. Okay. I think that's okay. All right, then I'm thinking a blue star. And I'm thinking a little bit larger blue star here to take up some space here. Okay, so there's that. Now, I need a number for here. And sometimes I'll put the puffies on the outside again because otherwise the things inside can really slide around. But I'm going to try to keep that on the... This time I'm going to try to keep that on the inside. We'll see how that works. So that looks pretty good. And then I need a day 3 and some navy. I think navy would be good here. Let me quick take a look and see if I have a navy alpha where the color would work, where I have a 3. And finding 3s for me can be difficult because so often I use them as E's. I think this will work though, and I have a 3. So I MacGyver them and turn them into an E. So this I'm just going to put here on the outside, because this will really slide badly. This is Simple Stories Color Vibe. That's the name of that alpha. And I like how that's big and bright. And then, do I have something else that I would like to put here? That is the question. Oh, maybe a sticker from over here in green, maybe. Oh, there's this nice fun other one, so that I might be able to put on the back. Otherwise, we'll have lots of things with love, you know, fun together stuff. So I need green. I think it would have to be Mary because the fun together is too wide for this space right here. So let's. Correct, Susan. No mistakes in scrapbooking, only opportunities to embellish. Excellent reminder. Okay, so I'm thinking I like that. Just a little something there. I need to grab my blue twine, I think. We'll do blue. I keep mine in literally old cigar boxes. I thought, yep, I do. Normally I pull my red and green twine out, but I didn't do that yet this year. So let me pop that in my basket. That was one thing that I did not put into my little kit that I created here. And I'll do my blue as well. So when I'm done with doing this today, I'm going to go back and print my pictures for tomorrow, and there's going to be a lot. So that'll be interesting. I'm not sure. I might use the 4-ups, the 4x4s, or 4 3x4s, or I might use a 4x6 and then a what am I thinking? It's hard for me sometimes to talk and work at the same time. So 4x6 and then a 2 3x4s. That's what I wanted to say. So we'll see what happens. So I'll get things printed because I'm working tomorrow. So if I get things printed, that's less I have to do when I'm trying to work. So that's, you know, a little bit of a hint. You can get yourself caught up a little bit. I've talked about this before. Long work days are days where I feature holiday decor. If I don't have anything going on, so that's another good thing to know. Okay, so that's that side. Then we want to go to this side, and I don't necessarily need to do anything here, but I could do like this fun together and celebrate. That would be really cute. I think to take up some of the space in that, and then thinking about that, what else could we do? Well, not me. Just thinking about some of the other things. There's that warm and cozy. I really think the first thing I want to do is get those 2 stickers on here. I might as, oh, and it's tradition. Oh, it's a tradition for us too. So let's do fun together. And tradition, which my, as I took that out, my star slid. Here we go. So we'll pop this fun together. And we're just going to really emphasize the fact that this is a tradition for this group of friends. Okay. So we have that. So now this one looks like this and like this. And I'm thinking, do I need a lot of extras? I mean, I could do something as simple as emphasizing the heart here. And do that. And then maybe, let's look at this, maybe a little red heart here. Yes, this has to go on the inside though. So let's do that since I decided that, just playing with all the colors. I'm having a little bit, oh, there we go. If I do it this way, I might be able to get it on. There we go. I think I got it so that I don't have stuff showing through. Okay. And then this is kind of, also these 2 photos are sort of in the order that we ate these. I have more to talk about what we ate though. I'm going to have to go back to our, okay, so we have that one, that one. We could probably use a green one, but not a green sticker. Trying to see what I did with my labels here. I could also do pink here. see how that will look. This is one of the nice things about having this plastic here, is that I can play a little bit and not be committed to anything. Okay, not loving that. Maybe just that. I think that's all I'm going to do down here. So, actually, now that I think about it, that has to stay on the outside here or it will move. All right, guys, I think this is done. Get this in here for us. I obviously have journaling and stuff to do here, but so this is going to be kind of a quick page. Well, not as quick as it could be, but not bad. Okay, let me just get some of this stuff out of the way. I do like that I used a really old product right there. So let's get through some of our stash. The interesting thing that I looked at yesterday after I finished this is usually it takes me about a week to feel like my book is coming through with a cohesive like message and feel, and I'm right on it. Yesterday I did this and I'm like, yep, it feels put together, I guess. So all right, little bit of ivory on white, but that's not going to bother me. I think that's fine. A little bit here and there. I'll just have to remember that to bring in at least one or maybe two other places that I bring in some tags, that other set, because then that'll pull it in. Because this has a bit of different look to it than the Ellie Studio piece, but I think it still works well. And I like the fact that there's candy canes to kind of pull it all together. Hey Jennifer, glad to see you. You're catching me at the very end. So yeah, and then this just, you know, a couple little pieces. And then so if you're joining me later, this is a story about going out to dinner with some friends, and I was a bad scrapbooker and forgot to take any pictures. I didn't take any pictures of us, which was the worst, but I also didn't take any pictures of the food. So I went to the restaurant's website and I was able to pull 2 food photos off. That worked really well. This was my entree. I also happened to have a glass of red wine with it. So it all worked really, really well for me to do that. So remember that as you're doing things, if you missed an opportunity to get a photo or the photo that you wanted, go to the websites and see if you can pull something from there. And obviously this was done by a food photographer, better than I would ever be able to do it. So there's that. And this, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to have a lot of pictures, so that'll be interesting. For those, so I live in the Midwest, so I'm Central Time. I'll be on tomorrow night for sure. That I do know. I don't really have an idea of a time, but just so you kind of know when to look for me, you can always hit the notification bell and that'll let you know when I'm live, or when a video goes up in general, but that will include being live. So anyway, so I'm really liking how this is pulling together and it looks cohesive already. I'm loving the addition of navy to this, just because it's a little bit different. I've used a lot of aqua, and so the red, blue, pink, and navy I really like in here. So yeah, good. So I have a little bit of journaling to do here, but other than that, I think we're done. So you guys, let's see. Jennifer says she does this often, especially when her photos aren't good quality. Yeah, that is, it's a great way to do it, to go to a website. So that's a cool thing. So I'm hoping that you all get some time for some scrappy fun. If you're doing a December daily, you're on day 3 or 4, so that's your goal. Not that you have to keep up, but I think I've made no secret about this. One of the things I love about doing videos is you guys keep me honest. So my December daily is always done on the 1st or 2nd, maybe the 3rd of January. So that is one of the things I love about doing videos, the keeping me honest thing. So all right, you guys, thanks for joining me. I am going to sit in my scrap room here and watch it snow lightly and drink my whatever you decide to do.